Hello everyone, welcome back to the second video for this particular unit, and today we'll talk about advertisement. So advertisement is a part and parcel of our life, right? Every day we see hundreds and thousands of ads, even if it is on television or on newspapers or even on internet, social media. So what are the basic features of advertisement? Advertisement, the first basic feature is that it is a paid form. Okay, it is expensive and it is a paid form of non-personal presentation. Why non-personal? Because there is no personal touch. Because the marketers have no idea who their consumers are. They know that, okay, they have this worldwide consumers, but they don't personally know you. Like in case of direct mailing. Direct mailing, what happens? They know your names. But in case of advertisement, they don't know your names. Okay, so this is a paid form of non-personal presentation where ideas, goods and services are promoted. Okay, and then advertisement is a worldwide reach. It can reach worldwide. Okay, so that is one of the basic benefit of advertisement, and we know that there are so many medias. There is television, radio, print media, internet, social media, and these days internet and social media have been becoming very popular source of advertisement, and comparatively the cost of advertising in internet and social media is also less as compared to television and radio. But while advertising products for promoting in the international market, we also have to keep in mind about the customization aspect, like we discussed about the factors in the last class. So in advertisement also you have to be very clear, or you have to be sure of how you are going to customize the product, because without customization advertisement is not possible in foreign countries. So we all know the advantages and disadvantages. Like advantages are, it has got a wide reach, you can reach a wide number of people at the same time, it helps in brand building, it creates goodwill for the company, and when you want to expand into a new market, then advertising is the best source of promotion. You can advertise your product. Then the disadvantages is that yes, it is expensive, then it is non-personal, and then because of this it leads to the increase in price of the product. When you are incurring so much expenses on advertisement, then obviously the price of the product will go up. Okay, so these are certain advantages and disadvantages, and you can go through more about the advantages and disadvantages of advertising and other things from this links. I won't discuss so much about these two factors because you have already been studying about advertising and we all know what advertising is, so there's nothing much to discuss here. So I would like you to go through these links and on your own and identify more advantages and disadvantages. And I hope you remember I gave you an assignment or a fun task in the last video where I asked you to take a particular brand and then see the differences in the advertising campaigns. So I gave you the assignment and I myself did the assignment. So this is my assignment part. So what I did was that I chose Maggi because Maggi is an international brand and it's by Nestle. So what I did was that I tried to see the differences in the Maggi ads. Okay, so I have given the link of the YouTube videos here. This is the ad of Sri Lanka, this is of Australia, this is a very old video of Australia, and this is of Australia and New Zealand. This is a new video. I have not given the link for Indian ad because we all are used to seeing Maggi ads and we know this 2 minute mein Maggi and all. So I have not given the link to the Indian ad. So you can see and go through these videos and you can have an idea how the ads are differently made in different countries and how the ads are customized according to the needs and preference of the consumers. So now let's move on to personal selling. So personal selling is the face-to-face communication. You are personally selling a product. You are meeting someone and then you are selling a product. That is known as personal selling. That is, you're persuading the prospective customer to buy a product. And there are certain advantages and disadvantages of this method. The advantages are, yes, of course, you get a direct feedback. Since you are meeting the person face to face, you get a feedback. There is market intelligence, that is, you get to know about the profile of the consumers, and you can keep all the records of all the consumers that you are meeting. And then there is a direct communication. It is flexible, yes, because you are meeting the person face to face, and you can change the way you talk according to the moods of your consumers. So it is very, very flexible. If you think that you are not able to persuade the customer, then you can use some tactics. And if you think that you can easily persuade the customer, then it's totally up to you. So it's a very, very flexible mode of promotion. And then you can also explain the product features. You can explain to your prospective customer about the product features in a proper way, and then it actually results in actual sales. Okay, in case of direct or personal selling, what happens is that you are able to sell the product. But the disadvantages is that it is expensive, yes, because you have to travel, you have to see the person face to face, you have to meet them, and that is why the cost is high. And then ability of the sales personnel is the most important thing in personal selling. If the sales personnel is not skilled enough, if is not trained enough, he won't be able to sell the product. Okay, and it is not everyone's cup of tea to become a good sales personnel. You have to be trained properly, you have to have the proper skills, you need to persuade your customer to buy the product, then only you'll be able to sell the product. So ability of the sales personnel is very, very important here. And then limited reach, yes, because you have to meet your consumers, so it is not possible to reach a wide number of people like it happened in case of advertisement. In advertisement, it reaches a wide number of people, but in case of personal selling, the reach is limited. So for further study into this topic, you can go through these websites. Okay, so here you will find about personal selling, and then you will also find certain advantages and disadvantages of personal selling in addition to these. But have you ever wondered, or are you just going through this question in your mind, that how personal selling takes place in export marketing? Yes, personal selling takes place in export marketing by 3 different ways. Okay, the first is you visit the customers in the foreign markets. Okay, you go to the foreign markets. You visit the customers. You go to the foreign markets and you visit the customers there, and then you meet the customers at trade fairs and exhibitions, and then you meet the customers who is visiting your country. And you meet your customers who are visiting your country. So by visiting customers in the foreign markets, how do you do that? You do that with the help of a domestic based traveling salesman, with the help of a salesman that is based in the domestic country. Then also by salesmen attached to the foreign office. Obviously, when you're promoting a product in some other country, you'll have an office in that particular country. So you're using the salesman of that foreign office. And then also you can temporarily hire a salesman. Okay, so these are the 3 ways through which you can visit the customers in the foreign markets. And then through trade fairs and exhibitions. Trade fairs and exhibitions, you can go and visit the trade fairs and exhibitions that is held in different parts of the country, or even when it is held in India. So this is another way of meeting your prospective customers. And then we have by meeting customers visiting India. So there are 3 ways. First thing is that when the foreign visitor or the foreign customer visits at his initiative. So when the foreign customer comes and visits you on their own. Then second is when they visit you at the invitation. You invite them and they come and visit you. And the next is the buyer-seller meets. Okay, there are various export promotion organizations, and these organizations arrange for certain meetings. So these are the basic ways through which personal selling takes place in international market. So make use of this chart and try to prepare a proper note on the basis of this chart. Okay, and this is being taken from the book International Marketing by Francis Cherunilam, and it's on page 245. So now let's go to the last method, which is the trade fairs and exhibitions. I'm sure you must have visited trade fairs and exhibitions that is being held every year, and you know that it's a common platform where all the buyers and sellers come together. Okay, it's a common platform where potential buyers and suppliers come in contact, and they have a target. Okay, they try to reach a target consumer here, because not everyone visits a trade fair. Obviously you want to buy a certain kind of product, that is why only you are visiting the trade fairs, right? And then the main purpose here is to sell the goods or demonstrate new ideas and techniques. And trade fairs can be again divided into two types. One is general and the other is specialized. General is where you find all different kind of products. Okay, it is just for example, the trade fairs that is being held here. Okay, here you will find handloom, you will find jewelry, you will find food items, and so many other things. But specialized are the ones where you will find only special kind of things. For example, book fairs. Book fairs is a specialized fair. For example, car expos. Car expos is where you will only find the cars there. So that is known as specialized fairs, and the other is the general fair, where you find different kind of products. So the advantages of trade fairs and exhibitions. The first thing is that it brings buyers and sellers all over the world. Yes, it brings everyone together. It brings them to a common platform, and then they also get the opportunity for direct interaction and feedback. So in this trade fairs, they meet and they can talk, they can interact, and they can also get feedback, and they can even contact the potential buyers, not only their current customers, but they can also attract the potential customers. And even in this trade fairs and exhibitions, they come to know about the recent developments and trends that is happening all around the world, because they meet people from different countries. So when you meet people from different countries, you know what is going on in that particular country. So you know about the recent developments and changes, and hence it is beneficial both to the buyers and suppliers. Okay, so now we know the advantages. And here I want to give you another task, is that you have visited trade fairs and exhibitions by yourself, right? You have visited these trade fairs and exhibitions as a consumer. So I want you to identify the disadvantages, if there is any you feel. Then what are the disadvantages you have or you feel as a consumer when you visit trade fairs and exhibitions? And at the same time also try to think from the point of view of the sellers, what disadvantages that they might face in these fairs and exhibitions. So this is a task that you can do, and that will help you in your thinking ability, and you will come up with so many nice points that maybe you have not thought about it before. So this is one thing I want you to do. Now let's check your progress again. It's a simple question that I have. If you want to introduce a new product in international market, how will you go about it? And which promotional method will you use and why? So you assume that you are going to introduce a new product in the international market. It can be any kind of product. It can be an FMCG, it can be jewelry, it can be clothes, it can be electronics, whatever you want. But you just have to decide how will you go about it and what promotional technique will you use for that particular promotion. Okay, so this is another thing that you can do. And finally we have come to the conclusion of this particular unit. So this unit gave us an overall idea regarding the different promotional techniques that can be used in international market, and we have come to know about the advantages and disadvantages of the different methods. And after knowing these advantages and disadvantages, it will be really beneficial for you when you choose the right media. So on the basis of this conclusion only, I have given you this question of your check your progress. Okay, so finally you can conclude which method will be useful and why. So, and these are some of the questions that have come in your previous year exams in this paper from this particular unit. So you can go through these questions as well. Explain the different methods of promoting products in foreign markets. That is already being done here. What do you mean by personal selling? Explain its significance in international market. That is also being done here. Discuss the role of promotional methods in international marketing with special reference to advertisement. Yes, already done. What steps can be taken for promoting international sales in a big business concern? So these are some of the questions that have come in the previous year exams. And these are some of the suggested readings. You can go through the websites, you can go through these two books. That will really help you a lot. So I would suggest you to read these particular book and go through the websites. So that's all for today. Thank you very much. I hope you had a good learning experience with me.